playback. So down here at the bottom, we have our playing features. We have different buttons. We have a play and a pause button. We also give the users a skip back and a skip forward button, as well as a rewind and a fast forward button. And then we have a skip to start and a skip to end, as well as a volume button here. So one of the things that I do want to kind of call out is Keith mentioned that they do pull transcripts from their actual city council meetings. So making it easier for users who care more about the transcript than the actual video, we've added our transcript viewer recently. And I do apologize if there is any kind of choppiness to the video, most likely due to the actual webinar session. And Keith can attest to this, that the actual video is pretty flawless.
That is true.
So with the transcript viewer, I can easily follow along with what's being said on the broadcast. And if I'm looking for specific keyword mentions, I can easily say, if I'm looking for Ted Rowlands, I can select Ted Rowlands, and immediately my recording jumps into the specific mention of Ted Rowlands. And as you can see here by the blue highlighted letters, we are following along with the actual recorded broadcast. So coming back into our library, again, we store all of the recorded programs in here as well. And over here to the left, we have a menu where we can easily sort through those recorded programs. You can sort through them by series. We can easily sort through them by channel, or with SnapStream, similar to the city of Austin. I'm pretty sure that the 35 different PIOs have their own separate folders where they can easily store all sorts of content within those folders that only they can have access to. As well as all the clips that are created on SnapStream, those are also stored in your library. So real quick, I want to talk about the biggest and the best tool that we have within SnapStream, and that's the searchability. So with SnapStream, we can easily search for any specific keyword content based on closed captionings. So for example, if I'm a city PIO and I'm looking for breaking news, you can see breaking news generates 2,500 recording results. So, and down here you'll see breaking news occurs in multiple places inside of a broadcast. So, and that's highlighted by the words actually bolded and italicized. So if I'm looking for something specific, say breaking news, Houston police, you can see instantly I drill down to from 2,500 to 120 different results. Now with SnapStream, we've built in search filters that allow you to take these searches and make them very, very specific. So easily I can add quotations around breaking news and Houston police. Now basically what I'm telling SnapStream to do now is I want to find only specific mentions where breaking news and Houston police are mentioned in the exact same broadcast. So now that I've actually found the mention, here I can easily select what I want to do. I can play the broadcast. I can view the transcript, where actually my search terms will be highlighted. Or I can download the transcript right to my workstation, and that downloads in a text file. So once you actually download the transcript, you can easily use Control F and find the words that you're looking for pretty instantly. So let's just say this is the clip that we're looking for.
Houston police have blocked off.
Now what I want you to also keep in mind is as soon as you select the actual play or a recording, the word will actually, or the recording will start a few minutes right before the actual mention of the keyword you searched for. So in this case, Houston police, it's probably going to start a little bit before the mention of Houston police, just so you can get a context of exactly what the story is about.
This intersection right here at Flora, and right now we're waiting for more information from the investigators. We're live in Montrose. Ryan Forsgard, KTRC, Local 2.
Ryan, thank you. We're following more breaking news for you. Sky 2's live right now. Oh.
So you heard Houston police, and then immediately they jumped into more breaking news. And you can see our search terms, again, are highlighted in bold. So now let's say this is the clip that I was looking for, and I want to make a clip of this actual recording. So what we can do is, over here to the right, we have various clip tools. We have a clip start and a clip end, as well as the scissors, which creates the clip. We also have a jump to feature, where easily I can jump to a specific time in the actual broadcast. So, for example, if you don't close caption certain council recordings, you can easily say that during the session between 12 and 2, that there was a topic that came up between 1 and 1:15 that was discussed that you want to immediately go to, and you can easily type in the time and go right to that mention. So we're going to go ahead and create a clip of this story here, and we'll skip through a couple of it here just so we can in the clip.
We're not on the air.
So now that we've created the clip, I'm just going to call this Houston Police Breaking News. And we're going to go ahead and store this in the Houston Police folder. So by default, SnapStream will store your clips in your clips folder. But if you have multiple users, you can easily store the clips in your own folder. So we'll click clip here, and automatically SnapStream is now going to take a clip of that actual broadcast. So now let's talk about one other thing about alerts. So being alerted to when your organization is mentioned in the news is pretty critical, especially for city PIOs, police, fire. You always want to stay on top of when specific mentions of your city or your citizens are specifically said in the actual news broadcast. So to create an alert, you can easily go back into your search bar, and we could say, we're going to create an alert based on breaking news. And the Houston Police. So we get 34 results. We can click Create Alert here, and instantly my search term is dragged into our alert creation page. So we're just going to call this a breaking news alert. And I'm going to go ahead and send this to myself. Now, you can send this out to multiple people. So if you have multiple PIOs within your departments, there is no email cap as to how many people can actually view the alerts. So since this is a breaking news alert, I can select the frequency that I want to see the alert come at. So I can do a near real time, which is what we'll select since it's a breaking news alert, or I can do an hourly, every other hour, a twice daily, a daily, or a weekly alert. So a lot of options for you to stack alerts up for each department. So once we click Save, now you can see on our alerts, we have 2 alerts. So we have a breaking news and a breaking news Houston Police. So instantly, anytime that the words breaking news and Houston Police are mentioned in a broadcast, we're going to actually get an email. And just to show you what that looks like, we're going to go ahead and pull up the actual alert. So you can see here, instantly on the email, you can see the contents are breaking news in Houston Police, and I get all of the actual alerts as they happen. So it's a very powerful tool for alert-based notifications. So also, for many of the users that are on the network and connected to SnapStream, these alerts are actually hyperlinks. So I can easily view the transcript from that broadcast. I can come back to the alert. I can download the transcript immediately from that email. Or I can instantly open up another tab and jump right into that actual broadcast as it's happening.
Houston police have locked up.
So now let's jump back in and to our library, and let's share that clip out that we just created. So let's say the clip that we want to share is the Houston Police robbery investigation. So I can easily click Share Clip here, and I can send this to myself or anybody else, and just say robbery investigation with Houston Police. So I can immediately click send, and again, Snapstream, what it's going to do now is it's going to transcode that file down to a playable format, so that way it can be pushed up into the cloud and played back on numerous devices. So while that's doing, I actually created a clip earlier, so let me bring that clip over here. And here's an email copy of the actual clip as it's created. So what you can see is on a workstation, you're going to get a thumbnail, or since it is in the cloud, you can view the clip on a cell phone, a tablet, any internet-facing device that will actually allow you to or get into your email and has the ability to view video. So for me, I can instantly click on the thumbnail,
for an armed robber,
and automatically the clip starts playing. So from here, since I'm on a workstation, I can easily download that clip, or I can view the transcript from just the actual clip itself. So now, just to jump back in, I want to talk a little bit more about the actual automated processes of Snapstream. So with Snapstream, not everything is set manually. You can easily set automatic workflows that run behind closed doors to handle a lot of the processes for you. So once you actually set email alerts, you can actually manage your system as far as storage space by creating workflows. So easily we come into our workflows folder, we add a new workflow, and then, for example, a common workflow that a lot of users use is the export and delete. So basically, export allows you to export all the content off of Snapstream. And if you have a SAN or a NAS, you can easily store it on one of those devices. And then it deletes the original copy off Snapstream, saving you precious space to actually be able to record more content onto. So once we actually create a name for our workflow, we can select our trigger condition, and in this case, we'll just say when recording is finished. We want basically to export all items. We'll just say from a certain channel. So we could say all items from CNN. I want to export over to a different destination, and then delete the original copy off of Snapstream. So once we actually do that, we can click Save, and instantly we now have an automatic workflow. And I'll let Keith kind of talk to you about how they use workflows, so you can kind of have a better tie into how the actual real life scenarios go for a workflow.
So we've got a workflow set up to transcode whatever clips that we make into an H.264 file, so we can more easily put those into a PowerPoint or have our users store those on a shared drive, that sort of thing. But I will say that clipping, the share clip feature is one of the new features that is out this year. Our departments love that, especially our public safety departments. They use that like crazy. It's really, really efficient if you just want to send a clip to the person that was interviewed, your boss, your manager, director, city manager, whatever. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the direct benefits of Snapstream for the PEG channel, and then talk about how we sort of justified using the PEG capital funds on this purchase. Like I talked about earlier, we download the transcripts. That's something we post online, and it's a requirement from our city clerk's office for us to post those. We get the transcripts basically by downloading the closed captioning from that 24-hour recording that we do. We can make unlimited clips.